Summer is such a great time to be a kid or a teen in Durham. As parents, we want them to enjoy their time out of school in a fun and safe way, and maybe even slip in something educational too. That's why the summer camps offered by the Durham Parks and Recreation Department are so important. They give parents peace of mind and help our young people make memories that will last a lifetime. Welcome to City Life. I'm Beverly Thompson. Joining me to talk about all things summer camp is Jason Jones. He's the Assistant Director for the Durham Parks and Recreation Department. Welcome, Jason, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Beverly.
So, Jason, whenever I talk about summer camp, it brings back great memories, okay? I had fun, but you can tell us, what does it mean for the average kid to be able to attend summer camp?
Summer camp is everything that you experienced and more. One of the things that we're excited about with summer camps through DPR is we go on a lot of field trips. So as we talk today, you're going to hear a lot about field trips. We teach kids how to swim through at least weekly trips to the pool. And we allow kids to just have fun during the summer. They're able to connect with each other in ways that they might not be able to connect during the regular school day.
So I guess just to piggyback off of that, why is it so important that the city of Durham offer camps like this to kids in the summertime?
Sure. Our Durham Parks and Recreation is a wonderful place because we have a great infrastructure of parks and recreation facilities that are spread throughout the department. We have a good reputation with our residents, so they know that when they bring their kids to our programs and they bring them to our facilities, they're a safe place. And one of the things we try and do is, because our recreation centers and facilities are so spread out, we try to offer really great camps with some really great staff that are near people's homes and near people's workplaces. So we're really uniquely positioned in the city to be able to do that.
So I used to have to travel like 40, 50 miles to go to summer camp, and because they didn't have them in my community when I was growing up. So that makes a great difference, I think, especially for parents.
It really does for parents, and it really allows them to kind of seamlessly transition their kids' drop-off and pick-up into their workday. And it really makes some worn-out kids at the end of the day, which a lot of parents who are working really appreciate.
Okay, so let's get to the fun stuff. What do kids, say 5 to 12, get to do at a DPR summer camp?
So we have all kinds of great opportunities. We try and do as many field trips as possible. We have at least a weekly trip to a swimming pool, so the kids have the opportunity to learn how to swim, play and engage with kids. Some kids from their neighborhood, kids that live nearby, and a lot of times kids they've never met before.
Wow,
so it really creates some social connectivity for kids. It decreases the amount of screen time that they have, and it shows them different activities that they can do with each other and led by our staff.
So when you say field trips to where?
So we have field trips, we may go to Frankie's. We have some field trips, especially for some of our older camps, we might go do some volunteer opportunities. There's some ice skating that'll be happening. I think might even be a teen trip to Wet and Wild. So we have some awesome field trips to showcase some of the opportunities throughout our community and in adjacent communities. We really like to show kids what's not only in Durham that they might not have experienced, but what else is nearby that they can experience.
And from what I've heard, a lot of kids, especially lower income kids, don't get to experience this on an everyday basis.
Correct, and that's that's another reason that our camps are so well thought of, is because they're low cost. But because they're low cost, it doesn't mean they're low value. It means that they give the kids an opportunity to do some things that they might not during the school year, an opportunity to go see and do some things that are a little bit different.
Very cool. So where were the camps to be held this year?
So right now we're planning for 3 different locations at Edison Johnson Recreation Center, at Walltown Park Recreation Center, and at W.D. Hill Recreation Center.
Okay. Do you have different activities at each camp?
Yeah, all the camps are structured the same. One of the things that's most exciting is we have an amazing team of staff. And so each of the different campsites kind of take on the persona of the staff person there. So one of the things that we've done is we have a really great group of professionals who kind of take the camp, they follow all the same structure, but they make it their own. So there are some camps that might have more outdoor opportunities. There are some camps that might have more athletic opportunities, some that have more arts and crafts. So it really varies. Each of our camps each week do have a theme that they follow, like space exploration. They might do a creepy crawly week where they go out and explore bugs and things like that.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of great opportunities, and they vary from site to site.
Okay. So how long is the summer camp, for the summer, and what does it cost?
Sure. So summer camp starts on June 20th and goes through August 18th.
Oh, okay.
Summer camps are $157 per child for non-residents and $132 for residents. In addition to those fees, which seem kind of high, one of the things that we have are sliding fee scales.
That's awesome.
As well as other discount programs that a lot of our residents are eligible for. So that's something that they can find out more information at our website.
So go to the website and just check that out.
Correct.
Okay. All righty. So I know you have a Teen Summer Connect camp. What is that all about?
Okay, so you remember the camp experience you had as a kid.
Yes.
So as a teenager, a lot of teenagers are like, oh, I don't really want to go do that camp stuff. But one of the things that we've really done over the past couple of years is we've talked to a lot of teens. We've engaged with a lot of teens. We have during the school year, we have the My Durham program, which is a program that we pride having be built by teens for teens. So imagine that camp experience and all those excited feelings that you have, but ratchet that up to the teen level. So we have some fantastic staff specifically trained for this to engage and get teens involved in other areas in the community. So that's where we have some kind of stepped up programs and stepped up field trips. So one of the things that we are going to do with teens, they have an opportunity to explore different volunteer opportunities and community service opportunities in the community. They'll be doing some, like I said earlier, some ice skating. They'll be going to Wet and Wild. They're going to be doing some awesome stuff. But the point of this program is we didn't just say, hey, we think you guys would like this. This is an opportunity because we said to the teens, what do you want to do next summer? Or what do you want to do this summer? And so they've guided the process. The other thing is it's a separate camp for teens. So they will not be in a camp setting with little kids. And so that's something that we're really looking forward to, and that's something that we've heard from our teens is they want to be with other kids their age, other people their age, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on with our teens. So this is a really safe place for teens to see something different and do something a little bit different. So we like to think it's the same excitement, those same feelings you got when you were a little kid in camp, but now you can have those as a teenager too.
I was going to ask you, I mean, I would think a lot of teens would say, I'm too old for camp, Mom and Dad, and can't we find something else for me to do? I mean, is there an element of just preparing them for the future or preparing them to get their first job or anything like that?
Yeah, like I said, we do some community service and volunteer opportunities. I know they're going to be going to the diaper bank at one point, talking about one of the food banks here in Durham. But we always talk about things and engage the teens. Like I said, we have a specialized staff that talk with teens, and they create a lot of really interesting kind of situational conversations. And so they're better equipped to talk about things that are important to teens. And so there's a lot of socialization. There's not a lot of screen time, which that in and of itself, if you have a teen, that's a big deal right now.
It truly is.
So we get teens away from screens and get them interacting with each other. And in our department, one of our mission is connecting our whole community to wellness, the outdoors, and lifelong learning. And one of the pieces that we really see in the teen program and the teen camp is that connection. Being able to have teens connect throughout the neighborhood to neighborhood, high school to high school, middle school to middle school. They're able to see and get to know each other, which is a really important part to our community. And not only that, it's a positive place they can do something fun.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you say you get them away from that screen because texting is all they do nowadays.
Absolutely.
So what is the cost for a teen to attend this camp?
Yeah, so teen camp is $87.75 for a week for residents. Non-residents, it's $102.75.
Okay.
So we also have the sliding fee scale and other discount programs that people may be able to apply for. That information, like I said, is on our website.
Okay. And I know you mentioned earlier about staffing, and I know you have some staffing challenges. Are there opportunities for teens to to work at a summer camp?
Yes, we have a lot of opportunities for teens. We have a lot of opportunities for members of our community. So if you're over 16 years of age, you're open. We have several summer positions that are open. And these positions pay between $15 and $20 an hour. So one of the things that we've really tried to do is tried to boost the number of employees we have by increasing the number of the amount of wages. We're also able to offer people up to, in some cases, over 40 hours a week. So for a part-time job, you're making $15 to $20 an hour at 40 hours a week. Not only are the kids going to be busy and tired, but you are as well.
Yeah.
And it's a set schedule. Monday through Friday is the schedule. There are some trainings that are required on Saturdays and Sundays before summer camp kicks off. But for the most part, these are Monday through Friday jobs. They're done around 6 or 6:30, $15 to $20 an hour for 40 hours a week. It's a really great opportunity.
Definitely, for the summertime to
Yes.
save money or pay for school or whatever.
Yes,
That'd be awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we can take kids, or we can take teens as young as 16. for that.
16, okay, awesome.
Yep.
So how do people, including the kids, actually apply for those jobs?
So super simple. Go to durhamnc.gov, and about a third of the way down the page, there's a link for city jobs.
Okay.
Click that, and all of our jobs are listed right there.
Perfect. Make it easy.
We try to
for
make it as
folks.
easy as we
Yeah, yeah. So speaking of camps, if a parent goes online to register for summer camp and actually sees that there are no openings in the particular location that they want or at all, what do they do?
So that's something that we understand parents could get really frustrated
Yeah.
with. Like we said earlier, one of the things that's really important for us is having the right staff. And right now, the job market's been hit. It's really hard for us to find staff. So
Yeah.
we always ensure that we have the right number of participants to staff ratio. So the reason that a lot of our camps are full is because we don't have enough staff yet. And so when a parent signs up for a camp and they realize, or tries to sign up for a camp, and if it's full, we ask them to get on the wait list.
Okay.
And we try to we manage our wait list based on the order that people sign up for it. So as we get closer and closer to summer, as people and college students are getting out of college, we will see an increase in the number of staff. And as we are able to hire more staff, we'll be able to let more kids into our program, even into the summer. So I know it can be frustrating for parents when they sign up and they get waitlisted, but we monitor that wait list on a daily basis, and as we're able to open more spots, we do. So we encourage everybody to get on the wait list if they do run into a situation where a camp is full.
Okay. Are there other activities that you offer during the summer for kids?
We have a ton of opportunities year-round, and including the summer for kids. Best thing to do is to check our website, dprplaymore.org. And if people go add a /366, they'll go directly to summer camp opportunities.
Wonderful.
But on our website, we have a variety of different opportunities offered. We also identify our facilities, so if people don't want to go recreate and they want to check out a new park, we have information listed there as well.
Wonderful. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you.
It's great to have you leading activities and recreation in our community. So
I
thanks so
appreciate the
much for it.
opportunity.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we close?
We just look forward to having a wonderful summer. And like I said, one of the things we do is we connect our community. One of the things that we need help connecting with our community right now is staff and people to sign up for camps. So
Great.
please register, please apply for jobs. That way we can have more fun with more residents.
Wonderful. And all I do is go to the website,
That's
right?
correct.
All right. Jason, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Beverly.
Yeah. Well, that does it for City Life. Don't forget to follow us on social media, watch us on the Durham Television Network, and on YouTube. And you can listen to our podcast on iTunes. I'm Beverly Thompson. Thank you for joining me to learn more about City Life in Durham.
Let me ask you, so I assume that the position, like for teen, or like 17, 18-year-olds, kind of positions they would have, I assume they're not they are flexible, but they're probably not very flexible, right? I mean, they are committing to full days.
Yeah.
Set schedules.
To some degree, we have some flexibility throughout the day, but we do need people there like Monday through Friday.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But there may be some flexibility with the hours?
Correct. Yeah, because we try and work people in 2 shifts. If it's 1 shift, it's a 10-hour day.
Yeah.
So we try and have enough staff that we can do 2 5-hour days. And so there is some we do have some flexibility if someone's predominantly like a morning worker and say, hey, I've got something going on this morning, I need to bump to this afternoon. Staff can make that accommodation.
Okay, and do they have to commit to like every week from at the beginning of the summer to every week for the summer, or is there some flexibility with some time off in there?
There is some flexibility for time off. We want people to commit because a lot of times, especially for teen camp, the teens, the biggest thing for teens is to have relationships.
Right.
And to be able to build relationships for the folks there. So especially in teen camp, we try and get people that are going to be there and be there the whole time. But like I said, if we know someone, hey, I'm going to take off the week of July, 29th through August 4th, then we have that flexibility, and in most cases we can do that.
So during the day, do kids need to pack their own lunch, or can
We
they?
feed them.
You feed them.
Feed them. Kids can pack their own lunch. They have, dietary restrictions, or there's, whether it's dietary restrictions or just dietary preferences. Kids are welcome to pack their own lunches. I'd have to let you know. I'd have to look into whether there's limitations on peanut butter and things like that. There are, the things with a lot of.
Yeah. I'd come
high
to work
prevalence.
just for that.
Yeah.
Lunch.
Yeah. We feed breakfast and lunch.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
yeah.
We should have mentioned that.